Welcome, fans, and welcome back to another vlog episode. Today we are going to be interviewing the fabulous Miss Betty. You may recognize her from her Funny Fridays that she does. She has quite an audience, so we'll see how this ends up going to get to know her a little bit on a more personal level. Just a reminder that our vlogs are for a day in the life of our Freedom Real Estate Group and its family of companies. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with the first question that always seems to be the hardest. On who is Miss Betty Mims?
Well, I would say that Betty Mims, I'm just a country girl from Virginia. We've lived there all of our lives until 2012, and we moved up to Ohio. And I am married to a wonderful husband, Wesley, for 12 years, and we have a bunch of fur babies.
That is true, and they are so cute. All right, the next question is, how and when did you get started with Freg?
I got started with Freg back in 2017. I had worked with Danny and Flipped at another real estate company, and then when they ventured out on their own, they gave me a call one day. We had an interview. Well, mostly it was just a get-together, and we sat there and talked, and so I've been here since November 2017.
Oh, I always love doing these because I always end up finding out information about everyone that I never knew before. So it's always so fun because not only are you guys getting to know them, but I'm also getting to know everyone a little better. See, already in question 2, and I'm learning something new. Mm-hmm. I did not mean for that to rhyme. Number 3 is, what do you do in your role?
Well, I'm called Jack of all trades
because
I work at the front office, and I'm the first person you see when you come through the door. If you're here to meet someone, to have a meeting, I'll seat you in the conference room. I make sure I get you a water or any kind of refreshments we may have. And far as my work, I do everything from turning on the utilities for rehab, some of the grass cuts. I make sure that all the properties has insurance on it. On Fridays, I pay the contractors, and I file paperwork. So actually, I just do a little bit of everything, and I got my hands in a little bit of each of the companies.
Wonderful. That's what I was actually about to say, is you're kind of dipped here and there into each of the companies, doing something in each one. So that is very fun. The next question is, what is your favorite thing to do?
Well, when I'm not at work, I'm with my fur babies, as I had mentioned before, and spending time with my husband, even if it's just watching TV or working out in the yard or going for a walk. It's always included him and my babies.
Now, do you walk all of your fur babies at the same time?
No, not at all. Most of the time, they're in the backyard. We have like a 6-foot privacy fence.
Oh, okay.
And they all go out there and they run around and play.
Aww.
No, I've seen leashes where you can have 3 or 4, but I've never seen one with 8. That's correct. We do have 8 babies. But they are all so much fun, and they all have their own personality, and they get in their own little spot and relax, and they play, and they're no trouble at all.
I can vouch for that. So, as Betty was mentioning, when you first walk in, she's the first person you see. We call her little area Bettyland, and as you may know, we are dog friendly here. So we try to bring dogs in as much as we can, and anytime Betty has brought in one of her fur babies, they are always just so cute and calm and cuddled up in their little dog bed and just so chill. You don't even hardly know they're here. It's so funny. Now, if you're paying attention to this, I skipped a question, so I'm going to go back a little bit on growing up. What did you want to be?
Well, believe it or not, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a truck driver.
Oh!
Yes, when they had day in school where you could choose what you wanted to be, and everybody stood up and said what they wanted to be. I wanted to be a truck driver. And then one day at school they had the career day where truck drivers would come by and you could get up in the truck or and then if whatever else you wanted to be, if somebody else wanted to be something else, they'd have like a fireman there. Mm-hmm. And it was just so funny. Yeah, for some reason, I just wanted to be a truck driver and get in that truck and just see the world.
Aw, I love that. Was there anything that kind of sparked that, or is just something that just kind of?
Well, you're probably too young to remember, but it used to be a show on TV years and years ago called BJ and the Bear. It starred Greg Evigan, and Bear was actually a monkey, and he was Greg's sidekick.
Aww.
And I would watch that show every week, and when I seen that show, I said, that's what I want to be when I grow up, a truck driver.
I love that.
But not now, because my husband will tell you, when he tells me to go right, I turn left. So he's always telling me I would never make it as a truck driver.
That is too funny. All right, on to the next one is, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
I think it would probably be when I go home, I'd snap my fingers and my house would be clean, just in a snap.
That would be nice.
Yes, it would.
If you guys have noticed any of the other vlogs or watched my interview, I have an American Bulldog, and she does have a skin condition, so she sheds a lot. It would be nice if I could just do that, and all the dog hair would be no longer existing.
Yeah. That would come in handy for you.
Yes. Next question is, how do you handle stress?
I just take it one day at a time. When I'm at work, I take one task at a time. I take a deep breath and just take it one at a time.
That's what I do. I was about to say, keep trucking along. If you had to give everyone one piece of advice, what would it be?
I would say live life to the fullest, and remember, it's not always about work.
That is very true. There needs to be a good balance to maintain health. All right. And what is one random fact?
A lot of people may not know, but I do collect Snoopies. At home, I have a bedroom just full of Snoopies. I have a Snoopy tattoo. You may not can see it, but I have a Snoopy tattoo.
Aww.
And yes, and I have a night light in my room, and it just lights up the room at night. And everything you see in my house, most of it's Snoopy.
I love that. Well, is there anything else that you want to add additionally?
No, I don't believe so. I really enjoyed it today.
Perfect. Me too. This was fun. Like I said, I got to know a lot about you today that I did not know. I always love doing these. So if you guys want to watch any more, we have done a few others with our CFO and VP of Business Development, with our Director of Investments, myself, and a few others. So be sure to check it out. We are also going to be doing longer episodes of this on our podcast, Real Talk. That is REIAL Talk. So be sure to check it out. That's all we have for you guys today. We always like to end these with invest smart,
live happy.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.